Octopath Traveler 0 is all about forging your own path. As the name suggests, your custom protagonist starts from zero and can spend time rebuilding their hometown, recruiting companions, learning skills, and battling powerful foes. But where should you start? Whether you're already familiar with the Octopath series or you're exploring Orsterra for the first time, we've got 10 key tips to make the most of your journey. Choosing your first job? You're not stuck forever with your initial choice. After learning 3 battle skills for your selected job, you can switch to another one. Though there may be some overlap, the protagonist's battle skills are different than the ones the companions with the same job can learn. So it's okay if you have duplicate roles in your party at the start, as long as you have a good variety of weapon types. Just note that unlocking and learning skills requires JP, so you really want to take your party composition into consideration if you decide to switch the protagonist's job. Also, don't worry about which path to seek when first given the option. They're all necessary to beat to continue the story. You'll just get a small buff to whatever influence you choose, whether that be wealth, power, or fame. The story is much bigger than these 3 quest lines, so don't stress about it. When following story quests, characters with special classes will often join your party for a time. Unfortunately, these characters also often leave your party at some point. So if you gain a party member that doesn't fit into one of the 8 standard classes, chances are they won't be around forever. Adjust accordingly. Octopath Traveler 0 lets you fight with parties of 8, a front line that can take actions, and a back line that restores HP and SP each turn. As you recruit party members, try to keep your formation in pairs. If you do not have a partner behind a frontline character, they will not be able to move to the back to recover HP and SP. To manage a good balance during each turn, keep characters with a low speed in the back line and your fast characters in the front line. That way, the high-speed character can allow you to swap out immediately, giving your slower characters a chance to go earlier in the turn order. Since weaknesses are important to break enemies in combat, make sure each character's swappable partner has different attack types, so you can switch to an enemy weakness every turn. Battle skills that are more potent from the back row are great to have as reserve characters that you can swap into and attack with. You'll want to spread out any equipped elemental skills as well. For example, if the frontline character has an ice attack, avoid equipping the backline character with a skill that does ice damage and give it to another pair. Also keep row-specific support abilities in mind. Certain characters excel at remaining in the back row for longer periods of time so they can buff the front line. If you want to build out your party, seek out these silhouette icons that may appear in a town map. These denote encounter quests, and completing their short tasks will grant you a new companion. You'll naturally find new party members as you advance the main story, but a couple of useful companions early on are Alexia the Scholar in Theatropolis and Tressa the Merchant in Rippletide. Just like in other Octopath Traveler games, enemy weaknesses always appear in the same order, with physical damage appearing before elemental damage. Though not every enemy is weak to every attack type, daggers will always appear after swords, bows will always appear after daggers, and so on. If an enemy shows they're weak to axe damage in the first square, you can be assured that they're not weak to sword, polearm, or dagger damage, since those weapons would always be before axes in the order. Use this knowledge to your advantage to remove shield points and break enemies by hitting those weaknesses. If you'd rather avoid guessing games, you can instead organize your party to reveal those weak points early in the battle. You'll need the Analyze skill from a Scholar, and the Donate BP skill from Tressa the Merchant, or you can have Steel learn it. Analyze lets you identify an enemy weakness and will reveal their HP. If you boost this skill, you'll learn additional weak points, which is quite useful for new enemy encounters. A max-boosted Analyze reveals 6 weaknesses for the targeted enemy, which will usually cover all of them. Pair the character with Donate BP behind the character with the fastest speed, and place the Scholar with Analyze in the pair with the second fastest speed. On your first turn, Swap to the Donate BP character, apply 1 boost, and send that BP to your scholar. Then your scholar can use a max-boosted Analyze skill to discover all of the enemy's weak points. The Donate BP Analyze combo takes 2 character turns, but there's another quick way to uncover enemy weaknesses if the protagonist is a scholar. Upon unlocking this job, you'll start with the Analyze skill. Spend 30 JP, then another 100 JP to unlock the Study Foe support skill. This lets you discover 1 weak point of each foe at the start of combat. You'll still likely need a party member to donate BP to identify all weaknesses, but these skills will still put you a solid step ahead. There are even more ways to optimize this as you earn new characters with the Appraise skill and you start to delve into character masteries, but this initial strategy will take you a really long way. Use helpers during tough battles. You can enlist up to 5 helpers to assist your party to deal damage, heal or increase SP, or apply buffs and debuffs. When interacting with NPCs, there will be path actions to hire, impress, or recruit a helper, with success rates based on your influence levels in wealth, power, and fame. In combat, all you have to do is select Call Helper as a free action at the start of a turn, and they will go immediately after that character acts. You can only use helpers a couple of times during battle, but sometimes a quick heal is all you need to avoid a total party kill. Once you use a helper, there's a cooldown for the rest of the round before you can call them again. Each helper has a maximum number of times they can be called across battles, but you can always recruit them again from the spot you found them. Saving right before a tough boss, learning all their weaknesses, and then reloading your save to hire, impress, or recruit NPCs to target those weaknesses can be a huge difference maker. Boosting before using abilities won't make those abilities hit any more times like normal attacks, but it will boost their properties. And this doesn't just mean higher damage. Skills like Donate BP, which usually just give 1 extra BP to a fellow combatant, will increase the amount every time you boost it. And skills that have a lower chance to hit, like Collect, will increase likelihood of success with boosting. When you highlight any ability in your command menu, selecting Boost and Unboost will display colored text that shows you exactly what is changing every time you do so. Cook meals at the hub in Wishvale and consume them to apply buffs to your party, such as 25% more experience or restoring HP after each battle. All meals have a cooldown with the number of turns you'll get the effect, and you can only have 1 active at a time. You'll be able to unlock recipes as a reward from townspeople through path actions or as a reward for leveling up Wishvale. Keep an eye out for meals required to recruit specific NPCs. You'll unlock these path actions when you have that meal in your inventory. Don't neglect the town building storyline. While the benefits of raising your town may not be apparent at first, you'll mainly just receive materials to further build out your town and paltry amounts of money, they eventually expand to help your party grow stronger, unlock new items for purchase, and more. Even if you don't want to bother decorating to make it look nice, at least follow the Rekindling the Flame questline as far as your current level allows to reap these benefits as soon as possible. As you continue adding buildings to Wishvale, you'll be able to upgrade them with radiant cornerstones that you get from defeating elite enemies in dungeons. These upgrades allow you to assign more townspeople to each building. Kindlers of the Flame Chapter 5 is one of the sweet spots you want to hit for the town building questline. Unlocking and building the church grants you some awesome choices for passives such as enhanced fast travel, the ability to speak to and use path actions on animals, and more. If you fully upgrade the church, you can finally open those pesky blue treasure chests that have been taunting you the whole game. Don't neglect the shop once you unlock it either. There are NPCs you can invite that keep buffing sale prices, the speed for restocking for rare items, and other benefits you can't get anywhere else. Special structures in your town building menu aren't just for show. Different storage boxes can save you time by automatically gathering resources into one place, different tool sets can make cultivating crops and animal rewards faster, and certain statues give buffs to your party while out in the world. Keep checking this tab every time you level your town up to see if an important structure may be within your reach with a little extra work. Character mastery unlocks once you build the training ground. When you learn all 7 skills for a character, you can spend JP to master that skill, meaning you can equip it on another character using the Equip Skills menu. When you master a skill, you gain 1 stock of it to be equipped on someone else, like you're receiving it as an item. By spending more JP, you can master it again, earning another stock to equip on someone else. Since some standard skills can be attained by multiple characters, try not to dump all your JP into mastering a skill several times on the same character unless you're sure you can't earn it more cheaply from another character. You may need that JP to learn ultimate techniques once you upgrade the training ground to level 2. The world map has plenty to uncover, but did you know you can also explore the seas? You can acquire a free ship in the Queen Orsa side quest, which unlocks after completing the Rings Sealed Away finale in the main story. Speak to Margem and Rippletide to start the side quest, and you'll be tasked with repairing the ship's damage. Margem says the cost is 80,000 leaves, but a shipwright could complete the job for free. What's tricky about this side quest is that there's no marker telling you where to go next. You'll need to gather more information from the people in Rippletide. Speak to this patron in the tavern, and he'll tell you that the shipwright has an apprentice who left for Emberglow. Head up the first set of stairs in Emberglow and find the skilled shipwright on the left. His description explains that his skills match his mentor's, who designed the Queen Orsa. All you need to do is recruit him as a helper, and a cutscene will follow. Return to Rippletide and speak to Margem again. Now you'll get the second part of the quest, finding Margem's lover who was lost at sea. This time you'll have a clearly marked NPC to speak to at the end of the dock who points you to Cragspear. Head over there and find Kiara at the top of the stairs. Hire her as a helper, and then head back to Rippletide once more. The two will reunite, and you'll be able to hire Margem as the captain of your newly repaired ship. The seas are filled with more dangerous foes and dungeons, so make sure you're prepared before entering these tough fights. But you'll also find unique ingredients and items that are well worth the exploration. Some areas will be off limits or are too challenging until later on in the story, but if you're looking to change up the scenery, the open waters are a great option. Those are 10 essential tips to set you up for success in Octopath Traveler 0. If you've played other games in the series, be sure to check out our video on the biggest changes from previous Octopath games. And for everything else video games, stick with IGN.